It's late at night on a quiet driveway, and two cars sit by the house when the Ring camera picks up movement, and two strangers drift in from the street, heads down, hands in their sleeves, going straight to the door handles. One leans into the driver window and cups his hands to look inside, while the other tugs a rear handle and checks the next car like they're moving down a checklist. Inside, Molly's phone buzzes with a motion alert. She opens live view, sees them at her cars, and without stepping outside, she hits the siren and speaks through the camera in a firm, steady voice telling them to leave. The floodlight splashes the driveway, the siren wails, and both strangers jolt, pull their hands back and run off toward the street without looking back. Molly keeps the door locked, watches them disappear, then goes out with a flashlight once it's safe, checking each door and the interior. No broken glass, no forced locks, nothing missing, before saving the clip and sharing it with neighbors and police. In less than a minute, a motion alert, a loud siren, and a clear command turn a likely car break-in into a clean retreat, and the video preserves faces, clothing, and the exact time for anyone who needs it. It was a bright and quiet afternoon in Palm Springs, Florida. The sun was high, casting sharp shadows from the palm trees lining a peaceful suburban driveway. Most neighbors were indoors, enjoying their midday routine, until an unusual visitor approached a residence.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, can I use the phone real quick?
My phone?
Yeah, my phone there.
What happened? You okay?
No, I'm hurt. I just use your phone. Please, sir, it's important. I need to call my mom.
Do you want me to call 911 for you?
No.
Captured on a Ring doorbell camera, a young man dressed in a black hoodie was seen limping up the driveway. His steps were uneven, his movement was not stable, and he appeared to be in pain. When he reached the door, he rang the bell and, upon being answered, spoke in a strained voice. "Can I use your phone to call my mom? My car broke down. My phone's dead. And I'm hurt." There's a moment of hesitation. The homeowner, concerned but cautious, offers to call 911 on his behalf. Surprisingly, the man refuses. No, please, just my mom, not the police." That was the first red flag. As sirens were heard from a distance, the man's behavior shifted. He glanced nervously toward the road, his body tensing. Instead of opening the door, the homeowner continued watching him through the Ring camera as he realized something was wrong. Seconds later, the man began to leave. But one strange thing stands out. He removed his hoodie, revealing a different look entirely. A white tank top, dreadlocked hair, and a bright pink backpack now replace his previous appearance. It was as if he were trying to change his identity to avoid recognition. As he limped away, his injury proved too much. He stumbled, falling to the ground. But there's no time to lose. He forces himself back up and breaks into a run, disappearing out of frame. Just moments later, the camera captures another figure, a police officer with a sniffer dog, walking methodically down the same path. The dog seemed alert, sniffing the ground where the stranger had just been. At this point, it was clear. This wasn't just a man in distress. He was likely a fugitive. Was he fleeing from a crime scene nearby? Was his injury from an encounter during a robbery or attempted car theft? His refusal of police assistance and his attempt to disguise himself pointed to one likely conclusion: he was being hunted. Thanks to the homeowner's caution and the ever-watchful Ring camera, what could have been a dangerous encounter was safely avoided. The footage was later shared with authorities, helping piece together the stranger's escape route. Security cameras aren't just for theft prevention. They can be a lifeline in moments of uncertainty. In this case, the homeowner's quick thinking potentially prevented a break-in or worse. Stay alert. Stay safe. Technology like doorbell cameras doesn't just record events. It helps us make smart decisions in real time. A guy creeps up on a parked bike, trying to do something sneaky. But wait, he's not alone.
Hey man, you got a problem there? What you doing?
A voice cuts through the quiet. Hey man, you got problem now? The would-be thief freezes. Another voice demands, what are you doing? In that moment, he realizes he's been caught. No getaway, no escape, just a quick exit as he slinks away. This is community watching out for each other, turning cameras and voices into crime fighters before it's too late. It was a quiet, sunny afternoon in a peaceful suburban neighborhood. The front porch of a home, like many others in the area, held a couple of delivery parcels, boxes of baby essentials, including diapers and wipes. Unattended, but under the watchful eye of a Ring doorbell camera, the packages seemed safe. That sense of security was soon shattered.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
As the footage reveals, an unidentified woman approached the porch, glancing around cautiously. Dressed in casual clothing, she hesitated for a brief moment, then swiftly grabbed one of the packages and began to walk away. Her face, clearly visible to the Ring camera, showed no signs of panic or remorse. Seconds later, another woman joined the scene. This time, a different woman confidently walked up to the porch, lifted the remaining package, and made her exit, seemingly unbothered by the security system in place. The Ring camera issued a loud warning. You are being recorded. Yet the warning had no impact. Both women continued their theft non-stop, disappearing down the street with stolen goods in hand. Their faces, clothing, and movements were all clearly captured by the doorbell camera, footage that could prove essential for law enforcement investigations. The incident highlights a growing concern in many communities: porch piracy, where thieves steal unattended deliveries left outside homes. This video shows: never leave packages unattended for long periods. If you're expecting deliveries and won't be home, ask a trusted neighbor to collect them. Consider using secure drop boxes, delivery lockers, or in-garage delivery services. Install visible security cameras, as they can deter some thieves and help with identification if a crime occurs. A stranger approaches someone's truck, thinking no one is watching. He starts rummaging through the vehicle, looking for anything valuable to steal. But what he doesn't know is that he's being watched.
Off. You're on camera, idiot.
Suddenly, a voice cuts through the silence. Stop. The stranger pauses, but keeps going. Then, Another voice delivers the knockout punch. "You're on camera, idiot." The would-be thief realizes he's been caught red-handed, his every move recorded for evidence. This is the power of modern security systems. They don't just record crimes. They prevent them. With live monitoring and two-way talk, you can stop criminals before they strike. Your voice becomes their worst nightmare, and your camera becomes their biggest mistake. It's a quiet afternoon, and a doorbell camera watches a small porch where a single package sits on the welcome mat when a hooded person walks up from the sidewalk, glances left and right, and lifts the box like they own it.
Oh, did you want to put that back down?
The motion alert pings the homeowner's phone, and a second later the doorbell speaker crackles to life with a firm voice saying, "I see you. Put the package back," which makes the person freeze, stare into the lens, and slowly set the box down. The floodlight clicks on. They take 2 steps backward, then turn and hurry off toward the street without looking back. Inside, the door stays locked. There's no face-to-face confrontation, and the homeowner saves the clip. Clear shots of the person's clothes, face, and the exact time, before sharing it with neighbors and keeping it ready for police. In under half a minute, a calm warning and a visible camera turn a likely porch theft into nothing more than evidence and a lesson to keep motion alerts on and never open the door during a suspicious pickup. A terrifying moment captured by a Ring camera early Friday morning. A quiet residential block turned into the scene of a deadly shooting and attempted carjacking. The footage, recorded from a driveway on the 1400 block of West Thomas Street, initially showed a peaceful street lined with parked cars. But within moments, the calm was shattered. A man wearing a hoodie approached the area and suddenly pulled out a gun. Without warning, he fired multiple rounds in the direction of Thomas Street towards Milwaukee Avenue. He then turned and ran toward a waiting getaway vehicle, as another car could be heard speeding off camera. Another suspect near the waiting car attempted to hijack it. When the driver refused to comply, the suspect opened fire, discharging 4 rounds, before both suspects got into the vehicle and fled the scene. The footage was later uploaded to the Ring neighborhood network and shared with CWB Chicago, helping police launch an immediate investigation. Around 3:35 a.m., officers found a man lying unresponsive next to a bullet-riddled SUV in the 700 block of North Ogden. Blood was discovered in the back seat of the vehicle. The victim, later identified as a 23-year-old male, was declared dead. The Cook County Medical Examiner confirmed he sustained fatal gunshot wounds at 1079 North Milwaukee, near the intersection of Thomas and Milwaukee. A second victim, aged 26, was found nearby with a gunshot wound to the neck. Police detained 2 suspects who fled from an abandoned SUV and were questioning them as of Friday morning. This tragedy is a grim reminder of how quickly violence can erupt, even in quiet neighborhoods. The shooting appears to have stemmed from a robbery or carjacking attempt. A life was lost over a vehicle. If you're ever out alone at night and notice suspicious behavior, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. Trust your instincts, stay alert, and prioritize your safety. Let's look out for each other, spread awareness, stay safe. It was a quiet night with only the occasional whisper of wind rustling through the trees in the woods nearby. The porch light of the small house cast a yellowish glow over the arches and the wrought iron gate, giving the front entrance a strangely serene, almost dreamlike atmosphere. Inside the house, everything was calm. The family, nestled in their beds, slept soundly, unaware of what the night was about to bring. At exactly 2:30 a.m., Erica's phone buzzed with an alert. Motion detected on your porch. Groggy and half asleep, she opened the Ring app expecting to see a cat or maybe a passing car's headlights. But what she saw made her sit up straight. The footage showed the porch as usual, the light illuminating the chairs, the decorative lanterns, and the small table on the right. But then, in the blink of an eye, a shadow darted across the camera's field of view. It didn't walk. It didn't run. It glided, smooth and silent, almost as if it wasn't from this world at all. The figure was quick, unnaturally quick, so much so that on the first viewing, Erica thought her eyes were playing tricks on her. She replayed the footage in slow motion. There it was again. A shape, not quite human, not quite animal. No clear features, no sound. It passed from right to left, from the bushes toward the shadows of the trees. And then, nothing. It vanished into the darkness as quickly as it appeared. Questions flooded her mind. Was it a thief, casing the house for a later break-in? Was it a criminal who was saving himself from cops and running because of it? Or worse, was it something not of this world? A ghost, perhaps? A spirit wandering in the dead of night, drifting from porch to porch? Erica kept watching the footage over and over again, searching for clues. A glint of an eye, a flash of movement in the background, anything that might make sense of what she saw. But there was nothing. Just silence. Thanks to the Ring camera, the moment had been captured. Whether it was a person, an animal, or something paranormal, it came, it watched, and it left. And now, every night, Erica makes sure her Ring cam is on. She leaves the porch light on. She checks the footage more often than she used to, because she knows something is out there, and it might come back.
Hey, get out of there now.
A man walks up to a mailbox, but this isn't any normal visit. He's holding a crowbar, ready to break in. Just as he starts to pry the mailbox open, a spotlight flashes. Suddenly, a voice booms out from a camera. The man freezes, shocked. The power of technology stops him in his tracks. He looks around, realizes he's been caught, and quickly runs away. This is what happens when you have a security camera with two-way talk and the confidence to use it. You protect your home. You deter crime before it ever happens. You're checking your security camera footage, expecting to see maybe a delivery guy or your neighbor walking by. But wait, what's that? A wild turkey has decided to make your yard its personal stage. Listen to this. This feathered friend is putting on quite the show, strutting around like it owns the place. And the best part? Your Ring camera is capturing every hilarious moment. There it goes again. Who needs Netflix when you have wild turkeys providing free entertainment right in your backyard? This is why we love security cameras. They don't just catch criminals. They catch these priceless moments that remind us nature is absolutely wild. Don't forget about the turkey, because clearly, the turkey isn't forgetting about you.